Good morning. Welcome to Substitute Tuesday. I'm Dorothy Lee, Family and Consumer Science Agent for the University of Florida, Escambia County Extension Service. And this morning, we're going to take a look at some wonderful desserts. Have you ever had this problem? You remember that it is Grandpa's birthday, and he loves your dark chocolate cake. But you don't have chocolate for the cake in your pantry or in your cupboard. So what are you going to do? Well, actually, there are several solutions to bake the cake. And so we're going to take a look at several of those today. One would be if you had some chocolate chips, you could substitute those for the baking chocolate, for 1 ounce of baking chocolate. 1 cup of chocolate chips is equal to 1 ounce of baking chocolate. So it's 1 ounce chocolate chips, which is 1 cup, 1 ounce of baking chocolate, but we have to go ahead and cut our baking chocolate into small pieces and melt it so that we can incorporate it into our recipe. Another substitute for chocolate in your recipe would be 3 tablespoons of cocoa, powdered cocoa. So we measure out 3 tablespoons. Okay. And for the unsweetened, for 1 ounce, we also need about 1 tablespoon of some type of fat. It could be butter, margarine, and it could even be the new large type of fats that are on the market now. And then also could use the coconut oil. Maybe Grandpa's favorite cake is German chocolate cake, and you don't have the German chocolate in your pantry or in your cabinet. So the substitute for that would be 1/4 of a cup of cocoa, unsweetened cocoa, and 3 tablespoons of fat, whether it's margarine, butter, or maybe coconut oil. And then 1/2 or to 1/3 a cup of sugar would be equal to what we consider to be the sweet baking German chocolate, 4 ounces, which usually is what is required in most recipes for a German chocolate cake. If the recipe calls for chocolate chips and you want to use white chocolate chips and you don't have white chocolate chips, you can always substitute for the equal amount the dark semi-sweet chocolate chips. And actually vice versa, if you have the dark semi-sweet chocolate chips and your recipe calls for white chocolate chips, the same amount is equal to 1 ounce. There are many different ways to substitute chocolate in your recipes. For more information, contact the University of Florida, Escambia County Extension Service.